On a night where 60,000 fewer fans in the stands did nothing to dampen the emotion or the winning potion. Rangers now with their first 8-game winning streak in 8 years. 3-1 the final over the Dallas Stars at the Garden. Hi, everyone. Alongside Henrik Lundqvist and Brian Boyle, I'm John Giannone. And if we wondered what kind of a reaction the team in general and the goaltender in particular was going to have after all the emotion from Sunday, boy, did Igor Shesterkin put on a show tonight.
He really did. And when you start breaking down his game, everything that makes Igor great, the puck handling, his positioning, the way he reads the game, and the one thing I love about his game, how efficient he is when he moves. We saw all of that on display tonight. It was great. And we talked about going into the game. The start will be important to set the tone. He had a couple big saves early on, but also as a team, I feel like they came to play. And to set the tone the first 5-6 minutes coming off of an emotional game on Sunday, that was critical. But obviously, Igor was a huge part of this win, and especially in the third, coming up with some massive saves. But again, the way he moves and reads the game, to me, is the key. And then we talked about going into this game, not allowing goals through. Tonight, he felt very compact, and even his pushes across was very strong. And it starts with his reads, but also, again, how efficient he is when he moves side to side. I loved his game tonight.
Well, coming from a forward who doesn't know anything about the position, it was a little bit of everything, and it was entertaining. Yeah. He was explosive. The glove saves he had, there was a little flair for the dramatic, but he was dialed in, I think, from the start. And there's been a lot said about him, and this might have been a measuring stick for him, or maybe just a statement saying, my game's back, I'm ready to take on this load. There's going to be breakdowns. That was a talented team, and he stood the test. And a couple desperation saves to add to the flair a little bit.
And even the little plays, you know, if you just watch the game, you might not pay attention to it. But to me, watching him behind the net, the small little plays, sometimes when he's not feeling it, he's trying to do too much. Tonight, all these little plays were perfect. It was not enough. He was not forcing anything. To me, that was a sign as well that he was in the zone.
Yeah, nuances certainly matter. The look at Igor Shesterkin's night in the crease presented by our Liberty Mutual crease coverage. For Igor Shesterkin, it's his 4th consecutive win. For the Rangers, it's their 8th. It's the longest streak since November of 2015 when Henrik had 6 of the 8 wins in that streak. Rangers now tied with the Canucks for the most wins in the NHL. They also have 20 wins at the Garden. That's the 2nd most in the league. And when they score first, they are almost unbeatable. Ditto for when they allow 3 or fewer goals. It's happened 37 times this year. They've won 33 times. Let's begin the post-game reaction in the Rangers dressing room with Adam Fox.
So what did you think of your team's effort through 60 tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought we battled hard. They're a good team over there, and to limit them to that one power play goal is obviously a good effort by us, big saves by Shesty, and I think it was easy for us after that emotional win to maybe have a little letdown emotion or energy here, but I thought we brought it from the start, and obviously a nice win.
Was that a focus to not let you have a letdown and to kind of get the start that you guys have wanted to get?
Yeah, definitely. I think the last 2 games, our first periods weren't great. I think obviously getting a goal helps to start with the lead, and I thought it was just a good defensive effort, and I thought we played well at 5-on-5 especially.
It helps to start with the lead, says Adam Fox, who's the player who gave the Rangers the lead, 7:46 into the first period. We're going to step inside our film room, powered by CDW, and Brian's going to show us how Adam Fox scored his 9th goal of the year.
I love this goal for a lot of reasons, but everybody on the ice had a hand in it, whether it was big or small. Everything had to be done this way to make the play happen, to have the chance itself. And it kind of starts out with the broken play. It's a rush play going north. But the play gets behind the goal line, and what that does is bring all 5 Dallas Stars down below the hash marks. What do you do when they do that? You go low to high, and this is kind of where the whole thing starts, the Dallas breakdown. The shot gets through from Ryan Lindgren. That creates chaos in front of the net. Lafreniere's right there in the blue paint. He's digging away. The hands and the vision here of Panarin, which seemingly he doesn't see Fox, but he knows exactly where he is fantastic. But Fox getting inside the dots here gives him the best chance to avoid that shot getting blocked by Faxa. And there's a confusion behind the net where Trocheck comes around. And as a defensive player in that situation, I don't know where the puck is. So all their backs are turned. Fox realizes that. He also realizes Panarin has the puck. And I think every guy might have touched it except for Save Lafreniere, who was in front of the net doing what he had to do, causing that confusion. It was just a masterclass on how important it is for everyone to be involved, low to high, and creating that chaos.
And that no look and then pass up to Fox, I mean, that's the key. And Fox and Panarin, I feel like, are some of the best players in the game to do that. And the fact that he's not looking at Fox right away, it means the Dallas player kind of stays low. And that gives Fox so much room when the pass comes. But the key is not to look for it. Brett just knows. He knows he's there, but I'm not going to give that information to Dallas. So he keeps looking at the goalie, and he keeps the Dallas box really tight and low, and that opens up the whole slot for the shot.
Keeps their skates pointed that way, too. And as a defender, he doesn't know, and that's how Fox can get loose. But the other thing is, it's easy to find a player in that situation. It's a lot harder to put it directly in his wheelhouse. When you're totally back turned to that player, he does it with just perfection. It looked like a small, subtle thing.
Yeah.
It was a masterclass.
9 points in his last 5 games for Adam Fox. That gave the Rangers a lead they would not relinquish, in no small part because of the brilliance from Igor Shesterkin, who was the #1 star on this night. 10 saves in the first period, 14 in the second, 17 more in the third. Let's hear from Igor Shesterkin in the Rangers dressing room after the 3-1 win over Dallas.
Close.
I just tried to play till the end, so if you go high, it will be goal, but so I was lucky tonight.
Was tonight one of those nights for you where you were feeling like you were getting there early or at least on time, seeing the puck the way you want to be able to see it?
So guys did a great job, box out all the time, and when goalie sees the puck, it's more easy to play. So I just want to say thank you for everyone.
We haven't talked to you since the Stadium series. What just was that experience like for you?
It was a really good experience, so I hope everyone enjoyed. But I know just 2 guys who don't enjoy it like a lot, me and Sorokin. But we just try to make a good game for fans. So a lot of goals.
Igor, how would you describe not only your feeling right now, but the feeling in the room with the team right now, with 8 wins in a row?
So we play our best every night, and we are on the one page right now. Just support each other, play for everyone, and just try to do the best.
You mentioned a lot of goals on Sunday. Does it feel good to come out and respond with this one?
Usually I give up less goals in the practice than in this game.
How would you describe how you feel right now about your game? Maybe the outdoor game, not, maybe leave it out if you want, but just overall your game in general.
You need to ask coach. I feel good.
How you feel?
I feel pretty good, so we win tonight. It's good, important 2 points for us.
Thanks.
He feels pretty good. I think he should after a 41-save performance. Rangers also blocked 22 shots in front of him. He did credit his team for that. Henrik, he also used the word lucky, and I've heard you use that over your 15 years. What does a goalie mean when he says he's lucky in a game where he only allows 1 and stops 41?
Well, you might say it, but also deep inside, you earn your luck.
Right.
You earn your luck by being in good position, making good reads, and suddenly the puck keeps hitting you the right way on the shoulder or hit the post. He had 2 early posts in the first period. And sometimes when you as a goalie get those bounces, it's a good feeling. You can feel that the touch is there, the timing is there, but sometimes you do need some luck. But it keeps coming back to you earn it by making good decisions. And throughout this entire game, he made good decisions. But the most important thing to me is that he looks in control and, again, no goals through. That's the biggest thing. When he cuts that out of his game, he's extremely hard to beat because he's usually in very good position. He has his body behind it all the time instead of reaching. So this is good news for Rangers hockey. When he plays like this, they can allow, a lot of chances. But at the same time, yes, they give up a lot of shots. But I feel like the way they play defense made it a lot easier for Igor, too, to really focus in on every opportunity because they were in good position to help on rebounds.
8 straight wins for the Rangers, now a 6-point lead atop the Metro Division over the Carolina Hurricanes.